Okay, hi Cassandra, how you doing? All right, so I have your work up here. I've got your 6 logos. Now I just kind of want to draw your attention here to what was due this week, because right now what you have isn't what the assignment is asking for. So let's go ahead and take a look at the deliverables for this project. Okay. What you have to do is you have to take your work, your logos and from last week, and take your 3 best logos that you felt were the best and define them further by putting them in digital version, just like you've done here, except the only thing is that you take your final 3 logos that you feel are the strongest, and for each of those 3 logos, you present the logo, then you give us a written story behind the logo, and then show us the sketches, how you derived or how you got to the logo, and then pick the pictograms that are associated with that logo. So this is a full report showing the written story, the logo, the refined sketches, and the pictograms for each of your 3 final logo choices. Okay? Now, I think that basically when we look at final choices, we look at I'm seeing basically these are the same iteration of the same logo, an iteration of the same logo. Wouldn't recommend trying to use droplet shapes as the Olympic rings, or I wouldn't put these brush marks on the Olympic rings, simply because you'll have, the International Olympic Committee will probably not allow, well, actually they won't allow you to do anything funky with the rings. That's their emblem, that's their trademark, that's their branding. And so that should pretty much remain how it's presented. I wouldn't change the rings. I think this logo right here is your most successful. I would move forward with this. But at the very minimum, what I would do for this week is I would take this logo, one of these logos, and this logo here, and I would describe it. And I would give this report for these 3 final logos, giving the written story, the logo identity, the refined sketches, and the pictograms. Okay? So that we have an idea of what we can look at, so we can really kind of maybe make some suggestions. I love this logo right here. I think this is really cool. But the only thing is it looks like you have an image in the background, and which means using an image, which means this won't be scalable, because as we know, images aren't scalable. So I do not recommend using an image in your logo. I would make it strictly vector, meaning that you could probably cultivate this into some sort of a color presentation using this mark with your type. Don't forget your Olympic rings in there too. Okay, so that's what I would be looking for. But this to me is your strongest mark, and I would move forward with this mark right here. Okay. All right, if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to get with me, and I'll see if I can clarify. Thanks, Cassandra.